Hi everybody, this is Russell with Two Trail Hikers, best behind the camera today. We want to take a few minutes to talk to you about emergencies on the trail. A lot of people go out, buy a first aid kit, the local box store, shove it in their pack, and say, I'm prepared. Maybe, maybe not. I think the two key things here, the first one is knowing what's in the kit. The second most important thing is knowing how to use what's in the kit. So what we're going to go over today is basically what we carry in our kit. This isn't going to make you prepared. It'd be best if you went and took a class, at least a basic first aid class, and got the experience in that way to know what to do with the supplies that we've got in here. We're going to run through them real quick. This is a stat pack. We got it from our local emergency supply company. They supply a lot of the emergency supplies to EMS, fire departments, police departments, things of that nature. This little pack here basically hooks onto the belt, goes around your leg. It's up front, it's easy access. If something happens, you don't have to dig through your pack to try to get it out. I have to emphasize this is not all we carry. This is primarily just our first aid kit. It's about 1.5 pounds. Seems like a lot of weight, but for what it'll cover, considering we can take care of everything from a bug bite all the way to a broken bone, it's definitely worth the wait to me to have it with us. On the inside, you got gloves. If it's gooey, ooey, sticky, bloody, somebody else's, you don't want it on you. Simple as that. There's some other uses for them. People have different ideas for them. The main thing of it is, keeps other people's stuff from getting on you. This thing's chock full. Inside, you can see it's pretty well crammed full. Hand sanitizer comes in really handy. It's alcohol based. Worst case scenario, you could use it to get a fire going. Stingies works really good. Bee stings, summer hiking. Bug repellent. We don't have anything against DEET. I have a huge problem with Lyme disease. Not a fan of it. Don't want it. I'll take my chances with the DEET over the Lyme disease any day. Pack towels. Set these off to the side because I'll tell you something else you can do with them. But again, you can moisten them up. They make good for wiping, cleaning. 1-inch medical tape. Standard medical tape. Nothing special. Buy it anywhere. Any local supply store, CVS, Walgreens, whatever. Contact solution. For those of us who wear contacts on the trail, this comes in really handy. But the key thing to remember about contact solutions, if it's safe for contacts, it's safe to put in somebody's eyes who doesn't have contacts in them. So if they've got dirt, debris in their eye, you can use this to wash it out and irrigate that stuff out of their eye. Antibiotic ointment. Same thing as Neosporin. Nice little convenient pump. Smear it on those cuts and scrapes to help keep them from getting infected. Cortisone 10 with healing aloe. Out on the trail for a week. Good long hike. Already gotten into the poison oak, poison ivy. This will be your best friend at night. Chapstick. It's a moisturizer, but more important, it's SPF 15. So it's a sunscreen for your lips. We keep a little thing of sunscreen in our pack. It's usually clipped on somewhere accessible where we can put it on if we need to. Being sunburnt's just no fun, and especially being sunburned on your lips. Moleskin. Moleskin works great for the blisters, and a lot of people swear by it. I'm very fortunate. I don't get blisters very easily, so I've never had to use it, but I've got it all the same just in case. We jump into our medications. Advil, aka vitamin I, hiker's best friend. Zyrtec. Beth and I kind of, we're big on the Zyrtec. I pretty much swear by it. It's kept me from having major allergies throughout the winter months. I can't say anything bad about it really. Tums. Gets rid of that antacid, especially after having that chili mac and cheese rehydrated dinner before you go to bed. If the Tums don't get rid of it, whoops, the Zantacs, they'll definitely get rid of it. Benadryl. Got somebody who's allergic to bee stings. As as long as they don't need epinephrine, which hopefully if they do, they've got a prescription for and they know how to use their auto injector. Benadryl works great. Chewable aspirin. We keep chewable aspirin primarily because we've got a medical background, and at the end of the day, this is basically like a lubricant for the blood. It helps the blood flow through the veins better. Gas-X. Yeah, good old Gas-X. Nobody wants to be stuck in the tent on the rainy, cold night with the guy that's flatulent. It's just not a fun thing. Guys, this will keep your lady friends happy. Oh, and the ever-faithful anti-poo-poo medication. You got diarrhea on the trail, that is no fun. The one thing I have to point out, though, is that, if you stopped at the Toxic Bell and had a big burrito before you hit the trail, and that's the reason you've got the squirts, okay. But if you've been drinking water off the trail and things of that nature, keep in mind that sometimes the body's way of getting rid of the bad things is because of diarrhea. So it could be a bad thing to stop that. Another thing we carry is the little power packs, 1,200 milligrams of vitamin C. Worst case scenario, they're a good energy boost. They can be used. We get off into the other side of the pack. These are two different packs here. We've got alcohol prep pads. Basically, we can use them like alcohol wipes. But the other one, it's Providone iodine. You can take one of these little pack towels and 2 or 3 of these Providone iodine tablets, drop them into a bottle of water, shake them up, get this dissolved up into the water, soak this towel in it, and we can actually use it as either a dressing or we can use it to clean wounds with. So that's why I kept these out, because they come in handy for use with that. And then we get down to the last thing inside of the bag. This is our trauma kit. This has got rolls of cling, triangular bandages, gauze, everything we'd need to either splint a broken bone or to patch up an open wound. This is probably the most important piece out of this entire pile of stuff, is this right here. This is the trauma kit. This is the injuries that can be life-threatening. So keeping it sealed up in a plastic bag, nice and dry, readily accessible right in the front of the pouch, right there with our gloves, we're good to go. The only thing I can recommend adding to this would be a pocket mask, which is something that we're probably going to add in the very near future, in case you're presented with the cardiac arrest patient on the trail, and it's definitely a possibility, especially if you visit high tourist attraction areas. By all means, I'm not saying that this is all you need to have in your kit. Different people have different needs. Some people have prescriptions for inhalers. Some people have a prescription for epinephrine. Those are things you need to have in your kit. At the end of the day, this is what we keep in ours. We're doing this video just to kind of give you an idea of what we keep in our kit, to give you some ideas. If you have any suggestions for stuff that we can add in, drop them in at the comments below. We really appreciate the feedback, because there may be something there that we've missed. Again, this is Russell with Two Trail Hikers. Beth running the camera. Happy trails to everybody.